a.m. to 8. The mic back to Michelle, and I will reserve my other comment for a later time.
Yeah, thank you. Tony's on fire today. We're going down to Coach Brad, Planet Brad, Planet Brad, Colorado Brad.
Yo. Good morning, all. So, yeah, I'm going to share a Maxwell quote that has stuck with me that this topic kind of kicked to the top of my brain today. And it was this: one of the major keys to success is to keep moving forward on the journey, making the best of the detours and interruptions, turning adversity into advantage. And what that said to me was success is a journey, and there's really not an end to it. When you're on that journey, it it doesn't necessarily have an end point. Like, you may have a vision of where you're headed to and you hit that goal, but once you get there, it keeps going. There's another level, and there's another level, and there's another level beyond that. So technically, kind of, here's how this topic spoke to me today. The fake part is because we have not experienced that particular success that we're moving towards. But it's always going to, we're going to have that vision that we're on in that path we're on. The face part, or as it said earlier, the faith part, is doing the activities and taking the action that keep moving you forward towards that. So, in this, success is not always fun. Like, it's like success meaning you're a millionaire or something. Look at an Olympian at some point does need to fake that they're an Olympian, that they want to go to the Olympics. They do have to do all the activities, which means probably 4, 6, 8 hours every day at whatever they want to be in the Olympics for. And they have to grind through that. That's not necessarily going to be a fun path, right? I looked at, Michelle, you were just talking about death. And when I look at when Sonia was in her coma for 5 months, what rose out of that was just the conversation and sharing that path and that journey that I was going on, and faking it like she's going to be all right. We're going to get her out of this. We're going to wake that brain back up, right? And faking that. Now, that didn't end up giving me the success that I was looking for at that time, for her to wake up and be fine. Yet I had to fake it like I'm just gonna assume that this is going to be great. And I met so many people that had spouses with brain injury where they weren't in a coma, but man, their world, if their spouse or something has had a brain injury and it has altered who they are, that's a tough life. So that came up out of that, and I was able to help some people through that just by sharing. Last one, I'll come back to fun because it's Friday, right? So in real estate, dude, I faked it like I was one of the top agents from the beginning. And how I did that: when I would go to the conferences, I would see the people up on stage, and I would see them in the lobby sitting around talking, and I'd just go sit down and start just like I was supposed to be there. And then I remember one time I'm out in front of the hotel, and all these people that were on stage are getting in a car, and I'm just kind of standing there mingling around with them. And they were like, "Hey, Brad, you coming?" And I was like, "Yeah, I sure am." And I hopped in the car. I had no idea where we were going, but I was hanging around with the successful people. So, not that I was like trying to fake it. I just was showing up and being around the people that I saw successful, and I knew that this was the path that I was on. So that's what I'll leave you with today. I think the topic's been absolutely amazing, and I just love how all the different perspectives are being shared here today.
Hey, I just want to say thanks, Pollyanna Sunshine. And the reality, and just for those that weren't here yesterday, that was I wrote that on the back of his jacket yesterday. But two things you said there. Number one, that Olympic athlete. Again, people villainize the ego, but that Olympic athlete, to want to be number one and to say that they're number one and to fake it till you make it, so to speak, in that way, is your ego has to be strong. It must be strong. So those who keep saying kill your ego, don't kill it. Just don't let it drive the bus. Number one. Number two is that whole thing of believing you are where you're supposed to be. And that's what you were doing. You were hanging out with the right people. So you can own the room. If you believe that you deserve to be there, then you're there, and you deserve to be there. So own it and make those right decisions, take the right strides. And anyway, I love the story, Brad. Back to you, Michelle.
Yeah, thanks. I just want to go to Jen quickly, and then we're going to